if you're over 35, 40, 45, maybe even a little bit beyond, and you're struggling to stay consistent with your workouts or nutrition, if every Monday feels like a fresh start, you're starting over Sunday night, you're like, this is the week we're going to do this. And then by every Wednesday, you kind of feel like a failure because you haven't been able to stick with the workout plan, the nutrition plan, whatever it is that you've been trying to stick with. And I want you to know that I hear this loud and clear. Not you, it's the plan. It's the plan that you're working with. So, my name is Heather, and on this channel, I make yoga, fitness, nutrition, and mindset videos, all rooted within yoga philosophy. We're not super woo-woo or anything here, but we bring in some of the ancient wisdom of yoga philosophy and combine that with some modern wellness strategies and techniques. And so today, what I want to do is talk about this idea that if things aren't working for you, think about that it could be the plan that you're trying to work with, or maybe the lack of a plan that you're not working with. So it's not you. You're not lazy. You're not lacking motivation. You've just been following plans that were never really built for you, for real life, and potentially your changing body. So here's what happens. You start something new. You got a new workout program. You found some new recipes, a new nutrition plan that you're going to follow, a 30-day challenge. You're motivated. You're super excited. You're all in. And then in a few days, real life hits. Like life gets messy. You're exhausted. Work is crazy. Your body hurts more than it used to. And now you're off track, especially if you're just getting started working out again. Maybe you went to the gym on Monday. Tuesday, you were sore. And by Wednesday, you're like, holy crap, I can barely move, right? Like that's what happens sometimes. That's what happens a lot of times. So now you get completely off track and cue the guilt spiral. So you start saying things to yourself like, I always do this. I have no willpower. What's wrong with me? And I want you to know that nothing is wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. You're in a different season of life. The things that you did in your 20s, even in your early 30s, doesn't always work when you get into your late 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond. Fitness over 40 is different. It is different. Why is it different? You have different hormones. Your hormones are fluctuating, different recovery needs, sleep needs, energy, metabolism, everything. All that stuff works together, and they've all changed. They've all changed since you've been 22, okay? So, but most of those fitness plans that you see out there haven't. And we want to make sure that, as a woman over 35, 40, 45 beyond, that whatever plan it is that you are working with, you can use workout plans, nutrition plans, healthy lifestyle plans. You can use these, but you want to make sure that you're able to customize them for yourself, and you're not going to follow them to a T because your life is unique. You have different responsibilities in life. You have different needs in life. You have different medical backgrounds. You have different nutritional needs. You have different allergies. You have all sorts of different things that go into putting together a healthy lifestyle plan. You want to look at things like, how much time do you really have in a day to dedicate to movement, to exercise, to intentional movement? How much time do you have in the day to just kind of slow down for a second and reclaim your calm? If you listen to my podcast episode that I released today, it's just that. It's about using calm as a performance tool. Just dedicating a few moments each day to just chilling out. Okay, chill the F out, right? And so things change. Things are different. You have more responsibilities. Your career might be at its peak. Your children are growing up. They still need you. Your parents are aging and they need you. You have a lot of demands and a lot of responsibilities on your time. Okay. So that's why, a lot of these things are different. And when you see some of these, fitness influencers on the internet and they're talking about we've all got the same 24 hours in a day. And it's kind of like, well, yeah, but what are the things that you're dealing with in those 24 hours? Many people have a lot more than other people that they're dealing with in those 24 hours in a day. And that's just the reality of it, is that you've got to be real with yourself. You've got to be honest with yourself and say, you know what, self, I might be in this phase of life and this is what's going to work for me. And maybe I bought this nutrition plan or this fitness plan, this workout plan on the internet, but I'm going to take it and I'm going to customize it that's going to fit better for me. I know that this plan I bought is 5 days a week at the gym. I can do 3 days of workouts at home. Okay. So you want to make sure that you're really looking at your specific needs and making sure that whatever plan you come up with, that it's realistic for you. And also that if you don't stick to the plan, it's totally okay. We just pick up and we move on. Just pick up and move on. So this is where yoga philosophy gives us something that a lot of those fitness and nutrition plans that are out there, that they don't usually include things like this. Okay. Things like compassion, awareness, having a healthy mindset that actually supports long-term change. If you check out my podcast, Strong Body, Strong Mind, Balanced Life, I have a healthy mindset reset like sub-series in my podcast. You can search for that on YouTube. It's on all the podcast platforms as well. And this is where we talk about that healthy mindset reset and just realigning how we think about things and making sure that our mindset's in the right place to help support long-term change, whether it is you're trying to make change in your career, you're trying to make change in your lifestyle, you're making changes in relationships, whatever they may be. That healthy mindset is really going to help you support that long-term change. Okay. So let's talk about 3 really powerful concepts that have changed the way I approach fitness, nutrition, getting myself back. Okay. And these are things that I have pulled from yoga. There's more to it, but these are 3 that I really think are at the top of the list for me. And the first one is something called ahimsa. And this is the idea of non-harming. So stop beating yourself up. All right. Don't harm yourself. You have that harsh inner voice. Do you have that harsh inner voice? It's not helping you to stay consistent. It's making you quit. It's making you feel guilty. All right. So you don't have to shame yourself into a change. Would you do that to somebody else? Probably not. Right. So you can care for yourself into it. So really taking that idea of ahimsa, non-harming, thinking about how you are talking to yourself. And then there's this concept of svadhyaya, which is the idea of self-study. And as I was talking about earlier, you've got to figure out what works for your body right now. All right. What works for your mind right now? What works for your lifestyle right now? Things may be different than they were in your 20s. You might have had more time to do things like meal prep and go to the gym and schedule a Pilates class and go to bar. And you might have had more time to do all that in your 20s, but it's not what's working for you right now. All right. You want to take a look at what's going to work for you right now and not what worked for your friend at work, your coworker, your neighbor across the street or your neighbor next door or whoever. Like, you don't want to necessarily look at what worked for the other people. You can certainly get ideas. And when you see somebody having some successes, you can ask them, like, what's worked for you, And what I think you'll find is that each person that you ask that question to, they're going to give you a different answer. They have figured out how to make changes that work within their lifestyle. Okay. So it's not about tuning in. It's not about following trends. It's not about what you found on TikTok. Okay. So it's really just about being aware of your body, your lifestyle, and the way things are for you right now, and not the way they were 10 years ago, even 20 years ago. Okay. And then the idea of tapas is discipline, self-discipline. And I talk about this a lot. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about showing up for yourself. It's consistent effort, even when it's hard, even when your motivation isn't there. Your motivation will wane. Life gets messy. Life gets difficult. And having that idea of being consistent is going to help you get through some of those more difficult times. We're not going to be perfect. You're certainly not going to be perfect, but consistency means that, maybe you missed a workout or, you missed a meal or whatever it might be. You just pick up and move on. You just pick up and move on right away. You're not waiting until next Monday. You're not waiting until the end of the month or the beginning of the next month. You're not going to wait till New Year's. You're going to do it now. All right. I should make a podcast episode about this, that I had a goal to, I used to be that kind of person that I would go to the gym and I would work out and then I would leave the gym and light up a cigarette in the parking lot. Like, that's who I used to be. And I decided I didn't want to be that anymore. This was, 19 years ago now. And I just was going to quit smoking as a New Year's resolution. And I woke up on December 17th and I was like, today's the day I'm done. I'm done. I'm not going to wait till New Year's. Okay. So oftentimes as we're trying to make lifestyle changes, whatever they may be, you might have an idea like, okay, I'm going to start here, but really it's just like, you got to have that mindset shift of today's the day. Today's the day we're making some changes. Okay. So it's showing up for yourself with grace and not punishment. So, what should fitness over 40 look like? What should a healthy lifestyle over 40 look like? So I don't like that word should. Okay. You might be asking that question. So Heather, what should this look like for me? That's should's not the right word. It's not the right word there. Okay. It's all about exploring and inquiry and figuring things out that work best for you. That's the svadhyaya. Okay. Just exploring what works for you, figuring out what doesn't work for you. You might already know what doesn't work for you, and that's half the battle sometimes. Okay. So this is what I teach I have a proprietary method that I have developed. It's called the balance method. And when we look at a healthy lifestyle, these are the 7 different things that we look at. So I'm going to go over just a couple of them for you right now, because you're not going to start with all 7 of them all at once. That's too much. You're going to start with one and you're going to pick it and you're going to implement it in your life. And then you're going to pick another one and then you're going to implement it and then move on to the next one. It's a process. Okay. So here's what I suggest. I suggest whole, simple meals that nourish you, not leaving you starving. I do advocate for eating protein, plants, nuts, and seeds. Okay. And what that means is your protein might be a piece of salmon, a piece of chicken. It could be cottage cheese. It could be tofu. It could be any type of really good source of protein. Plants are going to be your fruits and your vegetables. Okay. So you want to make sure you're eating your fruits and your vegetables. And then you can include nuts, seeds. You have your good fats in there. So avocados would fall into there as well. So those are the things that are going to help you feel nourished and not starving. Of course, not every day you want to eat like that, right? And that's a consistency over time. That's how we plan out our meals. But build in the opportunity to have cookies, to have ice cream, to have a couple pieces of pizza. You're not doing it all the time, but you're building it in that you can have it. So if you look at over the course of a week, are you having it once or twice, but not 15 different times? Okay. So I do advocate for protein, plants, and healthy fats, strength training, walking, and then recovery. All right. So we're not in this sort of like all or nothing mindset, all or nothing workouts. These are going to be workouts where we're focusing on building strength. So building muscle. It's very important for us at over 40 that we are building muscle and keeping the muscle that we have. Walking is a fantastic way to get in some of that slow, intentional movement. I talked about this in my podcast episode today about Calm as a performance tool. And walking is a great way to get in some of that slow, intentional movement. Certainly we want to make sure that we're getting in enough intensity in our workouts, but we also want to get in some slow, intentional movement. So walking is a fabulous way to do that. Even yoga is a great way to do that as well. And then we want to make sure that you're getting enough recovery. So are you getting enough rest? Are you getting enough sleep? Are you doing the things to care for your muscles to include the proper nutrition? And maybe getting some of that slow, intentional movement. So things like walking, yoga, maybe a slow bike ride, things like that. So we're really not focused on these all or nothing workouts. It's really a balance between, strength training, building muscle, and then having some of that more slower, intentional movement as well. Really want to focus on a mindset that is rooted in progress, not perfection. I will preach this over and over and over and over and over again. Okay. It's consistent effort. It's progress, not perfection. And just having that deep knowing and that deep understanding that your body is not broken. It is not broken. It's evolving. It is evolving. And you can do these things to evolve into your best self so that your body can support you in all of the things that you want to go do, whether it is playing with your kids, your grandkids, you want to go hiking, you want to go skiing, and you want to be doing this stuff in your 70s, 80s, and even your 90s. Okay. So by supporting your body, you'll be able to continue doing the things that you love. And, this is just a different season of life. And, that's another thing that you need to acknowledge is that you're in a different season of life than you were when you were 22. Okay. So the strategies just need to be a little bit different. All right. So this is resonating with you. I created something that's just for you. It's a free guide that I created. It's a PDF download. It's called Feel Like You Again. And it's all about helping you build a nutrition and meal planning rhythm that supports you in your fat loss journey, building energy, fueling your body, and gaining confidence without crash diets or pressure. All right. So it's rooted in yoga philosophy. So I take nutrition and meal planning. We bring in a little bit of yoga philosophy, not woo woo, but it's really more about like how you talk to yourself, how you interact with yourself, and then how do you interact with the world. Okay. It's built for real life. It's built for your life. All right. So you can download it by going to nutrition.sorellawellness.co and you can enter your name and your email in there. You will get the PDF guide emailed to you right away to your email inbox. You can take a look at it there. Got some really good information in there for you. So it's nutrition.sorellawellness.co. So check it out. And remember this. You are not starting from scratch. All right. You're a woman of a certain age. And so you're starting from experience. Okay. That comeback, getting you back to yourself can be even stronger than who you used to be. I know I've been there. I've gone through it. I'm still going through it. And that's why I'm making these videos, because I want to help guide you through that same thing. So if you liked this video, if you feel like it helped you, please make sure that you like the video, subscribe to my channel, maybe even drop a comment below to let me know what you liked about what I've said, what really resonated with you. And maybe then even share this video with somebody who you think might find it helpful.